All right, so summer months in the sporting world, they're dry and we need to mine it for content. So Bleacher Report had a top 100 list, which is a good way to get people talking. And we're gonna drop the link in the show
Yes.
notes so you guys can see it. But we're gonna piggyback off of their content mining with our own content mining. And you had a couple of entries on the list on your mind. So where you want to
Yes.
start with it?
Yeah. Well, first I do want to thank Bleacher Report for making this stupid ass list because if they didn't, we would have had to just kick RG3's back in.
My other
And
favorite
that's
is
not super
like
interesting because we all agree.
when Rolling Stones does the top 50 songwriters list, top 50
Yep.
vocalist list, which is just
Yep.
trolling Black Twitter for engagement. They just know it's going to work
Correct. Yeah.
every fucking time because they know we
Yeah.
cannot help
Every
ourselves.
time. Correct.
It's
It's
just
Rolling
trolling
Stone
for
and it's
engagement.
who's the other what's the other magazine that does it too? Complex. Yeah, they do it
Yeah,
too.
it's just like we're
Um,
bored. We need some
yeah.
engagement. Let's troll Black Twitter by putting Luther Vandross
Let's just piss
below
off black people.
Steven Tyler and just keep doing it over and over and
Right.
over again.
Correct. Yes. Let's ring AC/DC over New Edition.
Yeah, it's just they and we're gonna fall for it every fucking time. We can't help ourselves.
Every time. Yep. We do like to be mad. I'm not even gonna. That's one of our biggest problems is we like to be offended.
My new Twitter rule is
Um,
like if it's a blue check and it's not followed by anyone you're following, I'm just not engaging with it. I just know it's junk.
that's smart. That's
It's
smart.
just junk.
Yeah, for me, it's if they don't have an avatar and if they have less than 1,000 followers or if they have less followers than me, then I don't engage with them.
Good rule of thumb.
Unless I know them. Unless I
Yeah.
know them. Um, Yeah, if I click on their profile and I'm like, who are you? Well, I'm not going to respond for the most part. But yeah, so this list was insane. We'll just start at the top. They
Okay.
have Kobe at number 11. Outside of the top 10, Kobe being Bryant, the second
Okay.
greatest two guard of all time, at number 11. They have Steph Curry at number 10 over Kobe being Bryant.
Okay.
That's just all kinds of wrong because one, defense matters. Two, one played with Kevin Durant and as a sidekick, and three, just we all have seen basketball. Like, there's no, in what planet is Steph Curry better than Kobe Bryant all time
This one.
or at their peak? Or
He is better
you
than
think
basketball
Steph
player.
Curry is better than Kobe Bryant?
Yeah.
What?
Well, for starters, three is more than two. Um,
Yes.
and Kobe Bryant is one of the most overrated defensive players ever. He won at least five all defense nods, well past his actual time he was an effective defensive player. And I love Kobe.
Well, let's Google.
Um, I
Yeah,
love
hold on. Let me
Kobe.
Google this. Let me Google his all defensive teams. What
Uh,
year he was on those teams?
that was back. You have to keep in mind that the the quality of journalists who votes on these awards is
Yeah.
just much higher now than it used to. Like no one had league pass when
Yeah.
like Derek Jeter was winning all those gold gloves when he was no longer good at defense because no one had MLB league pass and was watching those games. They just were, oh, I
Time
know
to watch
Derek
all the
Jeter.
games. Yeah. I get you.
So
So
no,
when so
I
when did you say
think
Kobe's prime ended?
maybe like
Because that matters. Because he
2011, 2012.
Okay,
Um,
so 2012 was his last all defensive team, and that was his second team.
right, but like he wasn't a good defensive player for like the last two or three of those years. He was just riding on reputation.
That's fair.
No,
That's
I
fair.
mean, look, I think because Steph Curry does not look like a superstar basketball player is supposed to look, people just don't, they're hesitant to, it's never looked like that before. You're supposed to be 6'6", you're
Yeah,
supposed to be a
that
wing,
is
you're
true.
supposed to
That's
dunk on
true.
people, you're supposed to hit fadeaways, and he just didn't. And it took
Right.
everyone way too long to get there. He's still at his age a singular offensive force. He's one of the greatest offensive players we've ever seen. Was he
That is
as
true.
good at defense as Kobe Bryant was at his peak? No, but I believe he
No.
played within his system and he was never the weak link on defense. I mean, he was the weakest defensive player on the team, but
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't. Okay.
he was never
I was about to say.
he was the weakest defensive player on the team, but he was never like a sieve. He was never like someone you could just isolate out and just completely blow by. He was never Russell Westbrook on defense. Um,
I mean, that was
and
the whole Cleveland Cavaliers game plan was to get Swift, Steph, and pick and rolls.
yeah, with
That's
LeBron
how they beat
James,
him.
who no one can stop. Like, of course, like
Yeah. Well, and Kyrie. Yeah.
oh, okay, yes,
Fair.
but they would have done that to Kobe Bryant too. Like that's like you have to attack somebody. And at the NBA Finals, everyone on the court is good. You're not gonna. I
Yeah.
mean, he's on the
Yeah.
court with Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and Klay Thompson,
Yeah.
Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and someone I'm forgetting.
Festzili, or
No, they're five out when
he started
Draymond
some of
played
those
the five.
games.
It was
Oh yeah, yeah. Steph, Draymond, Clay. Who are
Iggy,
we forgetting? Damn. Yeah, Iggy. Uh, fuck.
Harrison Barnes, and Kevin Durant, give or take.
Yeah, yeah. Harrison Barnes.
Uh,
That's who it was. Harrison Barnes.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Harrison
so
Barnes.
yeah, you're gonna attack Steph because he's who you're not gonna go head to head at Draymond. I also think, well,
Yeah,
obviously Clay is probably the second greatest shooter ever. Like, you know how hard it
yeah. I
is to
think still
have
second greatest shooter ever.
uh a above average offense with starting both Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green who can't shoot. Like it's like history will be a lot
Yeah,
kinder to Steph Curry because it took people so long to turn around on it because he doesn't look like it's never supposed to look like that. You weren't
yeah.
supposed to get
I
it
mean,
shooting
I'm not
threes. You
mad
weren't
at.
supposed to get it shooting logos.
Yeah,
And also, I
that's
mean, we're
true.
splitting between 11 and 10. But no, if I were starting a
Right, we're
basketball
splitting
team
hairs, yes,
tomorrow,
but
I would probably start with Steph Curry over Kobe Bryant. I would.
really
Yeah.
interesting. Um, shit, what was I about to say? Yeah, well, that's the thing too. So the Clay, they had Clay ranked at fucking 100.
I mean, he missed the top
Clay was the last
75.
on the list, which that was bullshit too.
Yeah. So,
That was insane.
all right. So
It's hard to parse because he was a second fiddle, but I mean,
he can't dribble.
they don't. Yeah, he don't need to. He doesn't need to.
Um, look, I think Klay Thompson got into a great situation. So, okay, are you doing the
That's fair.
thing
I mean,
where you're hyping up Steph Curry's teammates to make him look worse, to make LeBron look better? Are we doing that
no, no, no,
thing?
no, 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 no. This is not
Because
that.
like,
I don't do that. No,
okay,
I
all
don't. I
right.
genuinely am a fan of Steph and Clay.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I just don't think he's better than Kobe. That's all.
That's fair. I don't. If you were
Like
to
I
tell me
think
there are
like having Clay at
99
100,
best,
that's crazy.
well, so if you were to tell me there are 99 NBA players in all of history better than Klay Thompson, that doesn't strike me as an absurd thing. Now, granted, I haven't gone through the whole list, and I'm certain if I went through the list, I would find players that I would prefer over Klay
Man,
Thompson, but it doesn't strike me as that absurd.
would you take? Okay, so would you take Manu Ginobili over Clay Thompson?
Yes.
Huh? Jimmy Butler,
No.
because they have Jimmy Butler ranked 83.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I don't
Uh,
particularly care for Jimmy Butler's game. I just
yeah, I don't either. I think,
to
yeah,
me, being a good teammate matters, and every
I
single
think
team
Jimmy
he's
was
ever
in
been
good
on couldn't
situations.
wait to get rid of him.
Yeah,
So that says a lot
he's
to
blown
me.
the fuck up. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this list was insane. They have Dennis Rodman 67. I'm not mad at that. Although it does feel a little low. I don't know. Um, James Worthy at 63. That's insane.
I can see
That's
it.
crazy. Dude won a Finals MVP on a team with Magic and Kareem. How are you? What?
Then they got
They
bullshit
got
like Bill
T-Mac
Sharman,
over
who no one has
Melo.
ever seen play. No one knows what the fuck Bill Sharman is.
There are names on this list I've never heard of. Yeah, and I get it. Like they're older people, respect to them, but that's crazy. Dwight Howard is outside the top 50. When is he gonna get his respect? That's one of
Well,
the bigger crimes in NBA history to me.
so the thing that no one, everyone kind of knows, but no one wants to say is Dwight Howard is extremely unpopular amongst
Yeah,
NBA players because he's gay. And like, no one, NBA is supposed to be the woke, progressive, left wing league, and
right.
so that doesn't go against that goes against the narrative of the NBA. But like, it just seems abundantly
Yeah,
clear to me that his career is being downgraded because there are very strong rumors and a lot of internet evidence
rumors
that
and yeah,
he dates men. And so I don't know if whatever that it doesn't matter to me, it shouldn't matter to them, but I think
right,
that
correct.
the people in and around the NBA just kind of like pretend that's not a thing because this is the league who pulled the All-Star game out of Charlotte because of the bathroom bill, and this is the league
Yeah,
that
and they signed Jason Collins.
correct, and they kicked Donald Sterling out. So like you can't,
Right,
it didn't. But every time there's nobody else with Dwight Howard's resume who gets as disrespected as Dwight Howard, and the only thing that makes sense is because he's gay.
correct.
So
Yeah,
that's just kind
yeah,
of
you might be
like
right.
That's
And
what
also
every
people
time I see
people
him
all
on the
did the
like he
whole
didn't
thing
make the
of
top 75 and they gave
top
uh
75, right?
Dame Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
It's
Yeah,
like
like that was
I was
nuts.
like, all right, my spidey senses are tingling. What else stood out to you on the
Yeah.
list?
Um, what was it? They had Scottie Pippen ahead of Isaiah Thomas.
That's
I
insane.
That's tricky because Scottie was right.
That I mean,
Okay. I thought I wasn't crazy for that.
Isaiah Thomas beat
Yeah,
Jordan, beat Bird, beat Magic, beat
mattered and Magic.
Moses, um, and
Moses.
he's like my height. I'm 5'10" and some
He's the only
change.
guy. Yeah, he's the only guy to beat everybody in the top 10, pretty much,
Correct.
or at
And
the
he
top
did
five at that
that
time.
with the second best player being
Um,
number 89 on this list.
Joe
Um,
Dumars.
correct.
Thank you.
And he
No, not
did
89,
that.
98.
Second best player is 98 on this list. Everybody else he beat has a
Yeah,
teammate ranked higher. Um,
correct.
and he did it at my height, 5'10", 5'11". Like Isaiah
With no
Thomas,
athleticism,
because Michael Jordan hated his guts, gets downgraded a
is the
lot.
most. Yes,
And I just, so he said the
yeah.
other day that, I
He
mean,
really got a
like
bad rap.
a couple years ago, he said that, if he was 6'6", he would have been, the best or whatever. And someone was like, how can you say that? He was like, because I beat him all and I'm 5'10".
I beat them all. I beat them all.
And like
He beat
people,
everybody.
he went back to back in 89 and 90.
Hmm He would
Um,
have three-peated if he hadn't gotten
he
hurt
didn't
and they
rolled his
got that. They
ankle
called
in
that bullshit
88.
foul on Kareem.
Right.
Yep.
And it's
And they
just
call that
like,
bullshit foul.
and again, he did all this, and the second best player was Joe Dumars, who's ranked 98 on this list. And whether you agree with that 98 or not, he's
Correct.
not he's not James Worthy. He's not Kareem. He's not
Yeah.
Scotty. Well, he's
And
not Scottie
and for
Pippen. He's
the
not Shaq.
yes. And for the younger viewers, Joe Dumars gave Michael Jordan all he wanted in his prime. So put some respect on his name.
Correct.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. They got Kevin
Let's
McHale at 46. That feels really low to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like
He's
you
probably
get
the
to
he's probably Kevin McHale is probably a top he's probably a top seven power forward of all time. And that's maybe being modest, to be honest with you.
and so I'm looking at the list now. Let's I'm trying to scroll up to some more, you know,
Noticeable names.
correct. And like off the bat, you got Nikola Jokic. This is definitely
17. Yeah.
17 below Kevin Garnett, below Jerry West,
Yeah.
below Oscar
Right.
Robertson, below Kevin Durant.
Correct.
And I'm just like, he has four MVPs and a championship. And that's what's the opposite of recency bias? It's the whatever that is. It's Nikola Jokic.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
there's just in what world is Kevin Garnett a better basketball player than Nikola Jokic? Joke, whatever you say his fucking European last name.
Durant
Uh,
or KG? Who are you saying?
well, both, but KG certainly. I could hear your argument about
Yeah,
Durant,
KG is
but
not better. Yeah, KG is not better than Jokic.
no, not even close.
KG, first of all, KG in top 20 is a crime. That's bullshit. Sorry.
It just depends, but no, I mean, I don't really. So I'm looking at this top five list, and I don't hate it.
And it's not my fault that he wasted his career in Minnesota. He could have asked
Yeah,
for a trade
I don't
anytime.
hate
I'm
it. Do
sorry.
you? What is your biggest point of
Um,
contention in the top 10?
in the top 10, let me scroll back. Let me go back to it. I mean, aside from Kobe not being in it, let me go back up to the list. I think probably, yeah, I think Kobe and Dream not being in there is crazy to me.
I can see it.
Um, I think Hakeem. Matter of fact,
Hakeem's
Hakeem
a
gave
lot.
every great big that played in his era. Hakeem gave them all fucking work. He
Yeah,
gave them crazy work. Shaq still has nightmares about what he did to him in the '94 finals.
it's
I
kind of
think it's
insane.
bullshit that he's
Hakeem
not
is the
in the
only
top 10.
player in all of sports who won a championship and has to apologize for who wasn't in the league. Like it's not
Right.
his fault, man.
Like,
Like and I love
yeah,
Jordan,
it
but
has
the
nothing to do
idea
with
that they
that.
would have just won eight straight doesn't even make
It's
sense to
that's
me.
bullshit. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, first of all, injuries happen, fatigue. Like, I don't think they would have won eight straight. And by the way, who the fuck on the Bulls was gonna guard Hakeem?
Yeah, I
Luke
mean, I
Longley?
agree. I agree.
Horace
But
Grant? Are we serious?
and we've all memory
Um,
hold the 95 loss to Orlando in the second round. Everyone just pretends that
Yeah.
didn't happen.
They burned the tapes on that one.
Well, they love to say that they like he was in baseball shape. That doesn't make any sense. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like, first of all, he came back in like February. The playoffs are in
Yeah.
April. He just
That's your
lost in
fault.
it.
You lost.
He just
Yeah.
lost.
My other thing
He
too
was
with
in
the
baseball
MJ shit is
shape.
like, right. My thing is like people will say, "Oh, we don't count the Wizards years." Okay, you don't count the Wizards years, and take then subtract however many thousands of points he scored in those 2 seasons. Then let's take those numbers away then too, if we're gonna do that.
I just don't.
It's not a big
I
gripe. It's just that's just something that annoys me.
I just don't. I think longevity is extremely overvalued, overrated. I want
Mhm.
like I rank my athletes by what they did at their peaks.
Mhm.
I don't care like these years of LeBron just scoring points at 40, and I just when in 15 years no one's gonna be like, oh, and he averaged 25 in his age. It just we're gonna talk about the
Mhm.
Miami years. We're gonna talk about the Cleveland years, and that's to me
Yeah.
what matters. So I
First couple
don't
years
really,
in LA.
like I just you know
I get you.
who's that running back like I'm gonna take Barry Sanders over Emmitt Smith, even though Emmitt Smith played
Emmitt
longer
Smith.
and had a bunch of yards in years that like
Yeah.
playing for the Cardinals in games that no one cares about.
Right.
I want the athlete at its peak. So
Yeah.
anything
Also,
else?
Barry Sanders played with absolutely nothing.
His
Yeah,
highlights look
my
like
top,
Madden.
yeah, my top three is pretty much that. I mean, obviously, I'm swapping one and two, but we don't. That's splitting hairs. I
That's
got
the
Kareem at
argument to the
third.
end of time.
Right, yeah, I got Kareem at third. Um, yeah, I got Magic and yeah, I got Magic at four. Bill Russell's not. I don't have Bill Russell at five for me. It's hard to. He's hard to calibrate because of everything he did for the game, but he was also a 6'9" center. But he did beat Wilt, so it's like I don't. But he also had a loaded roster, and Wilt didn't. It's really hard
If I didn't watch him, I
to
can't rank
parse
him.
that out.
Um,
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it too.
like all
So
of his
I would
games
probably.
like aren't even. I have a hard drive with a bunch of NBA games on it.
Yeah.
Bird and Magic and all those people,
Mhm.
and you can't find any Bill Russell games.
Yeah.
Um, Let me ask you this: when you play 2K, do you use the Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
so I do that too. I put them all on their legacy franchise. So Bird goes to the
Hmm.
Celtics. Um, I delete the
Yeah.
Lakers Bron and put Bron on the Cavs and
Got you.
lower his age to his prime.
Okay.
And just do like all-time teams and then start a franchise and just play with all-time themes.
Yeah.
Um, and just
Yeah,
so
there's
like the Lakers have Magic, Kobe, Shaq, James
hmm
Worthy, Jerry West coming
Yeah.
off the bench and shit like that. So that's how I like to play
Right.
2K. Anything
Yeah,
else on
me too.
this
Those are fun.
list?
We should do like a live stream of us playing with legends.
We can do that.
Um,
We can do that.
what else is
I'd have to
crazy
buy
about
2K for
this
once,
list?
but we could do that.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't bought it in a few years.
Um, yeah, I think who else? Uh, I mean Tony Parker over Chris Webber. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
Um,
it's nonsense.
like what?
Has
Kyrie
Tony
over Chris
Parker ever
Bosh?
received one MVP vote in his entire career?
No, I'm sure he has not.
Uh,
He was cold, but come on, man.
you have to. There are levels to it, and there was never a game where Tony Parker was on the court and the defense was like, "We have to stop Tony Parker tonight." That's just
Yeah,
there's just a different level of responsibility. I mean, they had game plans for Manu, Duncan, Robinson, so on and so
yeah.
forth. Tony Parker was nice. He won a Finals MVP.
And that was because they had Eric Snow at point guard.
Correct,
Shout out to
and
Eric
it's
Snow.
just like perspective. Chris Webber, the level of responsibility Chris Webber had, you can't even compare it to the level of responsibility Tony Parker
Yeah.
had. So,
And I will say Chris Webber said this himself when he was on that show Open Court back on the NBA TV's prime days, where he was like they were talking about like where people would rank all time. He was like, I'll just say this for myself: Dirk, Timmy, and KG know me very well, and that's about the best case I've heard someone make for their status. He gave them dudes all they wanted to, and if it wasn't for those refs um, in LA that night, they probably would have beat LA, and who knows if they would have went on to win a championship.
there was that
Um,
silly internet argument that like if T Mac was had Kobe's situation, he would have
Yeah,
won
yeah,
all of
yeah.
that. And it's like I watched T Mac play. He'd have folded in that 7 game series against the Kings. I watched T Mac play. He'd have folded when the Portland Trailblazers were coming back and they were down 17 in the fourth
Yep.
quarter in that Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Um, T-Mac would not have handled the conflicts with Shaq nearly as well as Kobe did.
Yeah.
And it's just like I started this podcast downgrading Kobe, but like I want to, end this segment with like people they just want like they want first of all they want to copy and paste the stats in a time where the whole league was inefficient. Um,
Correct.
and I think people underestimate how difficult it was to play with someone as childish as Shaq and as lazy as Shaq. Um,
Bro, yeah,
and it's like, and also people underrate the difficulty of winning three straight championships. Like it hasn't been done since.
yeah.
And it's
Since
like the third best player on
he
those
couldn't even
teams
do it
was
with two
like
7-footers.
Derek Fisher and Glenn Rice, and
Rick Fox.
put some
Yeah,
respect on Kobe. Like T Mac put up a lot of points. Don't get me wrong, he was nice, but
yeah.
again,
Also,
I saw
never
him. He
winning a
never won a
series is
playoff
crazy.
series.
Never winning a series is crazy. That's crazy.
So in that fourth quarter, when they're down 15 to the Portland Trail Blazers in 2000,
Yep.
game seven, like you're telling me T-Mac would have held it together? I watched him fold in every playoff series he ever had with way lower stakes than that. And
Yeah.
I just don't believe that. I think that stuff still matters. So